paying someone to have your baby so you don't have to. I mean, it gets more weird the more I think about it.
Well, then don't.
All you need to worry about right now is getting yourself better.
Yeah, I know the drill.
If you did, then I wouldn't have had to bring you back from hospital for the second time in as many days.
Look, I get it. I'll do as I'm told this time.
Just rest up and take it easy, yeah?
I'm going to take the rest of the day off to look after you.
Oh, no, please don't. Look, I've got this in before you start. I promise I won't go any further than the settee.
You know this is your fault. Of all the things I never expected to come out of your mouth, surrogacy for Sarah's baby.
If it's the only way she gets to have a kid, if it's what she wants.
2 major surgeries, cancer, her condition. Do you really think she's got a clue what she wants right now?
Mum said you were supposed to take me to the dentist straight away.
Well, I've got a couple of minutes. Plus, I promised her that I'd get you some sweets to take when Billy gets you and Clemmy from school.
Boring.
Nothing boring about where you're going with your dad, is there? 2 nights in a swanky hotel, 2 full days in a theme park.
Girls are boring. So is Evan.
Stay here, OK? Be right back. All right, Lucas.
Yeah, Joe's friend, right?
BFF, that's me. You fancy a kickabout?
So?
You any good?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah.
You?
All right. Striker.
You need to stop blaming yourself, love.
I mean, who else is there to blame? It was my fault. I kept having flashbacks all night.
I mean, you're beautiful inside now. The thought that you had to starve yourself.
Shallow, stupid and selfish. I mean, surely this has to be genetic. I'm turning out like Mum.
You just made a mistake.
Yeah, a mistake that's landed Sarah back in hospital.
Oh, no, she's home. I got a text in the family group chat.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank you. It's for me.
Yeah, well, I couldn't say I wanted to get you, so I just got you everything.
Oh, thank you. Right, I'm going to put these in some water. I'll get my laptop. Order something special for Sarah. And invite her to the new engagement do. Same day, next week, same guest list.
It's nice seeing her bounce back.
Yeah. And how are you?
Well, yesterday when I thought I could have lost her, my whole world just stood still. I know you think I've got doubts, but...
Seeing you both at the hospital, it's obvious that you adore her, but you can't keep doing that as happily as you are.
You don't think we should get married?
People get so swept up in the moment. But if you've got any real doubts, Gabby deserves to know.
Lucas? Lucas? Lucas!
A cortado. It's definitely a first for this establishment.
Always innovating, that's what we do.
Can you please stop saying that? You make it sound like we've not done anything new or original in here for years.
This shakshuka is to die for. How come you've never served up anything like this?
Because what our customers want is the basics, done to perfection.
Well, what this customer wants is what he's having, and I will have another one of these delicious cortados. Thank you, Lewis, very much.
Of course.
Will you please take those headphones off your neck?
OK.
It's a hygiene issue. Give Bob what? Not Dame Judi Dench. Oh. What kind of animal does something like that? Yeah, I'll send Jimmy straight over.
What was that about?
Someone has done something unspeakable in Dame Judy's wastepaper bin. It's leaked out all over the shag pile. And Bob can't find the industrial rubber gloves.
Well, he's going to have to handle it himself, because I'm due in Skipdale half an hour ago.
Lewis, I'm going to have to nip across the road for 5 minutes. You're going to be OK on your own?
Yeah, I've got this.
I'll be right back.
Okay, see ya. Oh, hello.
2 pots of Earl Grey, please.
I'll have 7 flat whites.
Yeah.
And 3 all-day breakfast and 4 scones with cream.
And can I get a tea, please? Caramel shortbread as well. Yeah.
I didn't get the breakfast.
Is there a senior discount?
Lucas! Where the... Lucas! Lucas! What are you playing at?
Just a kickabout with a mate.
Lucas, you go back to the car, you get inside and you wait for me, okay?
It's okay now.
You stay away from him.
You should calm down. You look rough as hell.
I had a pretty hard day yesterday, in case you forgot.
The look at your face when you thought that Crowley was going to slice you open. It's priceless.
Comedy gold, wasn't it? Right, well, if you're done trying to intimidate me, I need to go.
Hey, message from Crowley.
This is getting tedious, okay? You've already got all my money, okay? You bled me dry. What do you want?
You want me to tell you if you really think it's over?
And then what?
That's it, if you really think it's over.
Looking for the rest of that sentence. If you think it's over, and then what?
I'm about to find out. Take care now.
It's open. Hey, these are for you. Oh, thank you. Thanks for coming over. I know you're busy.
Oh, any time. Marlon sends his love. How you doing?
Bit sore. They had to stitch me up again.
Oh, no, that's the last thing you need after your big op. So, what did you want to talk to me about?
I just want to say I'm sorry when I legged it the other day. It was just a lot seeing you with Ivy.
Yeah, I should have known better after everything you've been through. I am so sorry. You know, it was the same for me after my hysterectomy. It seemed like there were pregnant women and children everywhere.
You know, before my operation, I was planning on doing IVF with Jacob.
Yeah, I'm so sorry that's not going to happen.
Well, I was thinking I could use my harvested eggs and we could find a surrogate.
All right, you think that might be an option?
What was it like when you first saw her?
The minute I laid eyes on her, I knew she was mine, and I loved her. I loved her instantly.
Yeah, I'm just really scared that if we do use a surrogate when the baby arrives, if I've not carried it, I might not feel like that.
Well, all I can say is, if you do go ahead, when you finally get to hold your child in your arms, then nothing else will matter. It will just be you and them and all the love in the world.
Lewis?
Through there. And we are still waiting for another drink here.
Sorry. I'll be with you in a minute. Lewis? For heaven's sake! We've got a cafe full of punters out there and you're in here listening to...
Hamilton original Broadway production.
While restocking my shelves.
You need a system. There's nothing labelled. Nothing's even in order.
All that can wait. We're in the hospitality trade, which means being hospitable to our punters, not hiding in here. You promised me you were experienced.
I am, as a barista, in busier places than this, but, you know, I had to cook, serve, wait on people. It just all got a bit too much. And when that happens, I put these on.
Right, and that makes you feel like you can cope?
Yeah, all I can think about is the music. It's like nothing can bother me. I'm in my own little world.
And that's great. But maybe now you can give me a hand out there in mine. And if you ever feel that way again, overwhelmed, that it's all too much, tell me, OK?
OK.
Don't suppose you've got another pair of those hanging around, have you?
So what's up? What did you want to know?
Well, you know, before I went in for my operation, you said you wanted to help me have a baby. Did you mean that?
You know I wanted it as much as you. And I'm sorry now that I'll never get a chance to make it happen.
What if we could? If we use my eggs, then the child would still be yours and mine. We just need to find someone to carry it.
What, a surrogate?
Yeah. I spoke to Rona about Ivy and...
Ivy, Marlon and Rona, that was different.
Yeah, but Ivy's still Rona's biological child, just like ours would be.
Ours? You said we wouldn't be equal parents, that it would be your baby.
I know, but... Look, I've had to grow up without my dad, and I don't want the same for my child. If we were to have this baby by surrogate when it arrives, I want you to be all in.
Ah, just in time. Pass the brandy, would you?
Sure, what's the occasion?
Eddie's planning to make me a champagne cocktail, the old-fashioned way. I suspect he's trying to impress me.
Wait, Eddie's here?
Well, I was going to take your advice and invite him out, but he asked me out for coffee, so I thought I'd strike while the iron's hot and ask him over. Eddie, meet Dawn, my stepdaughter.
Delighted.
And Joe, my grandson.
An absolute pleasure.
Eddie and I have been looking at properties.
Yeah, I've just sold my practice in London and I'm looking for somewhere big enough to house an on-site consulting room.
Eddie's a medical man.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Cosmetic surgeon, to be precise, specialising in aesthetic treatments.
So injections and fillers and stuff?
Yes, and more complex procedures. My clients often come to me when they're out of options. Anything I can do to make their lives better.
Wow, sounds amazing.
Confidentiality is key. You'd be amazed to know who these hands have worked on.
Like celebs, models?
There's no point in asking. I've already pressed him for details, and he won't be drawn. Right, well, if you excuse me, I'll go and get the dinner on.
I'll help.
Eddie, I shall leave you in Joe's capable hands.
This sick game that you are playing ends right now, where I will tell Kim exactly what kind of monster you are.
If we want to keep your lovely family safe, that may not be the best idea.
Cheers. So, I want to find a surrogate for our Sarah.
Sorry, what?
You would.
Right. Okay, is she aware of this? That she's given her permission for you to discuss this with me?
Yeah, no need. She already knows it was my idea. I just want to be able to help her. I just don't know where to start.
Well, surrogacy isn't available on the NHS, so it would have to be a private arrangement with an agency.
Okay.
But with Sarah's medical history, age, the prognosis for someone with her condition, it will be very difficult to find a sympathetic agency, let alone anyone who'd be willing to carry the child.
You already pulled every penny from my bank account. I've got nothing left to give you.
I've had a blast getting to know your granny. To be honest, she's quite a catch. And you never mentioned that she could buy and sell you several times over.
Our business, our deal was supposed to be between us. You can't just drag someone else into this.
Well, I am getting rather fond of her. Easy on the eye, filthy rich, and great company. That's very funny.
See, I told you they'd get on.
Quite the wit, your grandson.
That's the way I tell him.
I was filling Joe in on some of my surgical exploits.
Yeah, some of his anecdotes are a little bit close to the bone.
Well, dinner will be ready in 10 minutes. Joe, could you open another bottle? Eddie's glass is empty.
Not for me. I've a long drive ahead. My rental in York awaits.
Oh, you're leaving straight after dinner. That's a shame.
You'll have to forgive my grandson. He can be a little overprotective. But there's no need to rush off. If you want to make a night of it, we have plenty of guest rooms.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd like that very much.
Well, so that's settled. Another drink.
Another drink. Thanks, Joe.
Got us a pizza. I got us a pizza for tea and some garlic bread, and I'll put some oven chips in.
And after our bread, potato, mozzarella binge, back to healthy carbs, you know? Healthy eating. No more fasting, no more fad diets. I just feel so lucky to even be here, you know? That's why we've got to make the most of every single day, starting with our engagement party.
I don't think I can. I don't want to have an engagement party. Not anymore.
What? Why?
Because nearly losing you, it just made me think loads about us, you know, and about what you deserve.
What, and you don't think we deserve to celebrate?
Sorry. It's just... You know, life's too short to spend... It's just too short for me to do what I don't want to do.
Wait, so... I just nearly died and now you want to call things off?
I love you, Gabby.
Don't.
No, please, look, let's just cancel the engagement party and just crack on with the wedding, yeah? Let's get married as soon as we can.
Wait, what? Soon as in really soon? Okay, well, it's spontaneous, it's romantic, it's very social media friendly, so, yeah, let's do it.
So it's a yeah?
Yes.
If Eddie can't find a suitable property, I've told him he can rent one on the estate.
I'd love that very much.
And I would love for you to tell us why you decided to move your practice from London to the depths of Yorkshire.
It's okay, Eddie, if it's still too raw.
No, Joe's just looking out for you. Well, Kim shared that she lost her husband last year, and, well, sadly, I lost my wife, my dear wife, as well, quite recently.
So sorry.
One too many of your exclusive aesthetic treatments?
Joe!
What's wrong with you?
No, it was cancer. After that, I didn't want to stay at home. So, yes, hoping to make a new start.
And it would be my pleasure to help you do that. If you'll excuse me a moment, I need to make an urgent call before it gets too late in Dubai.
Oh, you've business out there.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, I'd better call Billy, check on the kids.
Kim tells me you have a beautiful family.
Well, I think so, but I'm biased.
Okay. This is how this is gonna go. You have not just made your point, you have hammered it home. So I'm gonna call you a taxi. Don't worry, I'll make all of your excuses for you.
Well, Kim is expecting to see me in the morning. A gentleman never lets a lady down.
So the chances of finding a surrogate to take Sarah on are pretty much zero?
That's what Liam reckons.
Right, well, that's that then. We can close the whole thing down. I mean, maybe it's a blessing in disguise.
Good to get that hospital smell out my hair.
Well, hey, why don't I make you hot chocolate? You can go to bed, baby. You look shattered.
Yeah, well, I've had a lot to think about, haven't I?
You mean about the surrogacy? Well, listen, your granddad's had a chat with Liam today, haven't you?
Yeah?
Yeah, I did the same, actually, with Rona. And, you know, I asked her about Ivy and then told Jacob that if he didn't want the same thing as me, then he has to tell me. But turns out he does.
Want what?
A surrogate to carry our baby. And, you know, we've both agreed that we're going to be proper hands-on parents and do it together because we want our kid to have a mum and a dad.
Wow, I mean... That's really good news.
Try telling your faces that? I've just told you the best news ever after the worst 2 weeks of my entire life.
No, and I'm sorry, babe. It's just, Grumpy's got some news for you, haven't you?
Have I?
Yes, what Liam said about the surrogacy.
Hang on, you've actually spoken to Liam about me?
Yeah, I mean... just to sound him out.
Yeah. So tell her what he said. About Sarah finding an agency.
Oh, look, we already know it's not going to be straightforward, so if he's been all negative, then...
No, he wasn't negative. In fact, he said it was a cracking idea.
No way. Oh, thanks, Grumpy, for actually talking to him. You know, I really feel like everything's starting to come together. Night.
Night.
Why the hell didn't you tell her?
The same reason you didn't. You saw the look on her face.
Yeah, and I'll be seeing the tears too when she finds out the truth. That it's a lie, that there's not a chance in hell we'll find her a surrogate.
We will find a way. We have to.
You had a chance to expose me when I walked through the door this afternoon, and you chose not to, which I think makes you at best complicit, don't you?
I had no choice. You sent Sean to intimidate me. You threatened Dawn. You threatened the kids.
All you have to do is grease the wheels. Help me gain access to Granny's considerable wealth and stand back while I extract what I think is fair and reasonable.
I can't betray her. I can't. I'm just gonna have to go to the police, tell the truth about everything the kid needs.
No! I've told you. That would be very unwise. It's your word against mine, and I've nothing to lose.
You're bluffing.
No, I'm a desperate man, and I'll do whatever it takes. As will Sean. You've seen what he's capable of. Your little family will never be the same again, and Dawn's suffered so much loss already.
You vile piece of...
I'm the reason that you're still standing here now, living your best life. You owe me. Now it's payback time. Good night, Joe.